Let's see. Like that. That's better. Let's see if we can get a few people in here. There we go. Kenny, what's up, my man? How you doing? Hello from Canada. Matt, are you the one, hey sister, how you doing? It's not my yard. Matt, are you the one, are you the one I was talking to on Instagram about that maple syrup? What's going on, Miss MB? I did not forget about your seeds. I didn't. I'm not, as you can see, I'm not home. I haven't been home for a while, which is why the content, no, it wasn't you? Okay. Well, do you have that maple syrup? You got a plug for some maple syrup? When does y'all season in for maple syrup? But I got you, Miss MB, I got you. I won't be home for probably another week and a half, just in time for me to knock out my fall overseeding and renovation. We'll wait a few minutes, chit chat, let a few more people come in here. So we can talk about, excuse the noise, I guess his name, I'm at my brother's house. Hi all from the UK. Hey, I'm at my brother's house. This area that you see back here, hopefully before I leave here, I'll be able to throw some raised garden beds here. Trying to get rid of the weeds. Okay. All right, cool. But yeah, I just wanted to hop on so we could talk about if you have a cool season lawn specifically, or if you're in zone 7A or near zone 7A, just talk about some things that you should be thinking about right about now when it comes to fall overseeding and planning for your fall garden. If you have not started your garden yet and you're in zone 7A, excuse me, if you have not started your garden yet and you're in zone 7A, this is a good time to go ahead and get your first swing in. And if you're dealing with a terrible looking lawn, and you're in the transition zone and you have a cool season lawn, this is also the perfect time for you to go ahead and get prepped to rejuvenate, revitalize that lawn. So that's what this is about. Just hang out with y'all for a little while. I'll take questions and we'll run through some things. And additionally, if you are a warm season lawn person, I ended up got the chicken coop over 115. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, that's hot. If you're a warm season lawn and you want somebody to follow, I had this sticker. I grabbed it out of the mail before I left town to come out here and do what I need to do. But this guy right here, man, Travis from Budget Lawns. This dude, I don't even have a warm season lawn, but if I did have a warm season lawn, he'd be one of my favorite YouTubers for warm season lawns. Go check out, hey Grace, go check out Budget Lawns. Travis, my man Travis over there, he's gonna show you how to get your warm season lawn right. Now, if you're a gardener and you just became interested in dealing with your grass, or you're trying to get your grass right for this season, I'm not sure how that works for your season. I don't know if this is actually a good time to knock it out, but if you go over there and you ask him, I'm sure he'll get you squared away for sure. And you will most likely be in zone 8 or below, like zone 8A or below. That's when you're gonna wanna go check out a warm season lawn YouTuber. But when we're talking about cool season lawn specifically for me, so we can hop into lawn or gardening first. It's up to you. For the people that are here, I will, let you guys pick which topic you want to go over first. Whichever topic you want to hit first, let me know. Additionally, I'm going live because I've been so busy with work there's just no way I'm gonna get a video out tomorrow. So I'll go live again tomorrow probably. Um, but I'm just not gonna be able to get one out. So I figured I'd hop on and at least just chat with y'all and give you the heads up, and I'm not gonna be able to get one out. I'm so tired. I just need to get my rest up and start fresh this week. You might get a midweek release. I know that's not irregular for me, but you know, if I find the time, I'll knock it out and not get it out midweek. But let's jump straight into it. Regardless if you are a brand new gardener or if you're a brand new person that's about to start taking care of your lawn this fall, are you reseeding this? I'm overseeding this year. I sure am. That would be here in southern, yep, AA to AB, how the wind blows. Yeah. Lawn would be nice. So yeah. So I'm gonna start with the first things first for both of those. If you are first time you're doing your lawn or the first time you're doing your gardening, what you need to do. Hey Deborah, how you doing? Welcome. Some paint dried in an area. Some paint dried in an area. Any tips? Thanks. I'm not sure what you mean. Some paint dried in an area. Did you sprayed paint on something and it dried? Is that what you're saying? But your first step that you're going to want to do is you're going to want to do a soil test. Especially if you're not doing containers. If you're doing container gardening, paint killed her grass. This is all very interesting as we don't have zones in the UK. We basically run with our overseeding up until end of September. Okay. Yeah, I think the zones that I'm referring to when it comes to lawn care is specific to the US. So you got your cool season transition zone and your warm season grasses. But for you being that far up north, I'm going to tell you cool season grass is the way to go. That's going to be your perennial ryegrass, your annual ryegrass if you want to go that route, your Kentucky bluegrass, your turf type tall fescues, and even bent grass if that's your thing. All those grasses will do well in your area. So you kind of just got to figure out which one you want, what's the look you want, how much maintenance you're willing to do, and then go from there. But everyone needs to start with a soil test. If you have not done a soil test, get you a soil test done. And there's some few different options out there. I've discussed it in the past. You can either get in touch. Yes, paint killed my grass, where the painters dropped paint. It's about a foot wide. So what you could do, Deborah Moody, do you know what kind of grass you have? Because you could just patch those areas that killed the grass. You know, pull that out, clean it up, get the dead grass out of there, and throw a good product for that would be like Turfman. I did a video on Turfman. Depending on your grass type, they should have a blend for you, whether or not you're a cool season or a warm season. And I would go that route, just get some type of patch grass. Bermuda, yeah, I'm not positive. Hopefully somebody in the chat that's from my lawn care community could confirm whether or not Turfman comes in a warm season grass, but I believe they do. And you can get that from either GCI Turf Academy or you can get it from yardmastery.com. You can check out one of those sites and they have the different blends for Turfman. Now, I specifically recommend Turfman to you. If you go and see my time-lapse video when I did like watch grass grow, there's certain patch grasses out there that actually, and if you can't get your hands on that or you don't want to get your hands on that, you just want to go to a local big box store, the grass that performed really well that I would recommend over the common one that you see, which is Scott's Easy Seed, I would prefer to recommend you the Pennington Smart Seed. Pennington Smart Seed, you can find that pretty much at any of your big box stores. If you just want to run to a big box store and get something, it performed really well. And if you're interested in that, if you're interested in how that grass type performs, you can go check out that video. I think it's about 6 to 8 minutes long, but you can see how those 3 different grasses performed. And what's really cool about the Turfman and the Pennington being a patch grass is that it's relatively clean seed. And what I mean by that, it is when you look at the back of the label, in the noxious weed section, it is a 0.0%. Now it does have other crop seed, which if you're looking for that perfect lawn, you might have some undesirable grassy type weeds, we would name them, that you might not want in there, but you can easily take care of that after your grass is established, no problem. So back to the soil testing, I think I saw a question, let me see. The paint is all the way down to my soil. Hopefully you're luckier than I am and it's just the blades. So even if it's all the way down to your soil, just get the dag grass out of there. Go ahead. You know those little spike, I think they're called cultivators, those little spiky things, or you don't even need that if you have like a hoe, not a hoe, those tines, like 4-tine rake. You break up that soil pretty well. Maybe if you want to, hi, Lady Cheryl, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. Even if you just break up that soil, you can maybe take a little bit of topsoil if you want to, if you're really concerned. The weasel, yeah, the weasel. Thank you, appreciate that. And then you just break up that ground and you put the seed in there. It'll come in. I promise you. The garden weasel, yes, it'll come in. So those are your options. But it's really important, especially for like behind me. I told you I'm not at my house. I'm at my brother's house. We're going to be setting him up a garden here in the next week or so. And if I were going to plant in the ground here, we are going to set up some raised garden beds, but we're not planting in the ground. So I'm not really worried about doing soil testing. But if he wanted to drop them straight in the ground, I would have my brother do a soil test. And I'll be having a video coming out. What I did was I took my worm castings, my DIY worm castings. As you guys know, I have worms, red wigglers. I compost passively with them. And I took the worm castings and I got them tested through this company called My Soil. So appreciate you, lad. Yeah, you always driving, always driving. But so what you're going to want to do though is get that soil test, because you don't have an established soil profile. A lot of gardeners that you see, they're gardening in the ground. We refer to them as OG gardeners, or just at the very least experienced gardeners. Those gardeners have been planting in their ground and amending their soil and building their soil for years, right? So they kind of know what does well in their garden and what doesn't do well in their garden without the soil test. Now, even if you're an OG gardener and you've been trying to grow certain things and you've been struggling with certain types of crops in certain areas, I'd recommend considering doing the soil test. Now, you have a few different options for that. One of the easy options should be is getting in touch with your extension office or your cooperative in your county. They most likely do soil testing right there at the extension office. It's extremely affordable, somewhere between $8 and $15, I would guess. And if they don't do it themselves, or they'll like send it straight to the university for you. The other option is you go to one of the lawn site, one of these websites, or one of these options mail-in versions, right? One of them being My Soil, right? So this is what I've used in the past. Now, what this is not going to give you, if you are a backyard gardener, if you are a farmer, if you're doing like massive amounts of land, I would recommend that you go with your extension office, only because they're going to give you your CEC, your cation exchange capacity, and it kind of just gives you a little bit more information if you're a little more advanced and you understand the basics in that. And ideally is to dumb it down. This is not necessarily scientifically factual, but it gets you close enough. So like my brother, as you can see, sands, right? You see this sandy, so he has an extremely sandy based type soil, and really all that means is he most likely will have his nutrients deplete out of his soil a lot quicker than, let's say, mine, that's more so a clay based type soil. Now, each one of them have their pros and cons, right? So this sandy type based soil that he's working with out here, based off what I can see, although it does not hold the nutrients as long as you would like them to hold those nutrients over time, and you have to feed it a little bit more often. On the flip side of that, with the clay based soils, they tends to have plenty of nutrients, but unless you do the proper amendments to release those nutrients, they'll be locked up inside of the clay. So it's like a give and a take, and you're trying to find that balance. But outside of all of that, the most important thing that you want to get from your soil test is your pH. Because if your pH isn't right, it doesn't matter about anything else that you do. So if you have your pH is out of whack, whether or not you need to bring it down or raise it up, that is the first step that's going to get you closer to success than anything else if you're going in the ground. Now, if you're doing container gardening and you're using bags, not necessarily digging it out of your yard, then, that's a different story, because most of those things come come blended with the proper nutrients that you need. Does that make sense? So soil testing is going to be the first recommendation I give for you for lawn and gardening. Now, staying aligned with the lawn. Now, you have to make a decision. You can renovate your lawn with the cool season lawn this season. Whether or not you want to overseed or not, that's kind of a decision you need to make. And that decision is important. Let's say if you have an already established turf, it's pretty thick. It's not necessarily to the point where you need to fill in bare spots, but you battled real bad with crabgrass or something, then you might want to look into more so just thickening up your lawn this fall with the proper feeding of it and proper mowing and proper watering and giving it the nutrients that it needs, and then getting you down a pre-emergent to stop those undesirable weeds from coming in. But if you're like me and you want to introduce new cultivars into your older stand of lawn, then you're going to want to go with seed. And if you're going with seed, I'll tell you the same thing. There's a lot of options out there for seed. Now, what's important is on the back of those bags, you can go to your local big box store, pick up the most familiar brand that you see, and that'll work. But just keep in mind that look at the back of that bag. And there's two sections that I want you to pay special attention to. You're gonna have other crop weed and you're gonna have noxious weed. At the very minimum, you want your noxious weed to be a 0.0, period. You do not want to get any seed that has any percentage of noxious weeds in them. So as long as you do that, you will be saving yourself more time on the front end than you would be on the back end. Spend the extra couple of dollars. I promise you, I've done it myself. Go ahead and spend an extra few dollars by grabbing the seed that we refer to as clean. Okay? So you pick which seed you want based off which cultivar you want. You'll see me walk you through my process and how I do it. So the first thing I'll be doing when it comes to prepping for my overseas when I get back home is I will be taking my lawn down quite a bit, probably somewhere around 2.5 inches, and I will be dethatching it, which is essentially combing out the dead hair in your head. You know, it's a comb for your lawn. I'll get all the debris that's in there to make a nice, clean, easy way for the seed to get down to the soil surface. And then I'll properly feed the soil, water it, and then you kind of just wait until that seed gets up, established after about 3 weeks, and then you start mowing. And really is no more complicated than that. Yeah, there's starter fert that goes into it if you need the starter fert based off your soil test. But like I said, when I do the video showing you what my results are for my worm castings, I'm gonna give away a few of these kits. I think they told me I can give away like 2 or 3 of them. I don't know, but I'll be giving them away. So here's your heads up for that right now. So when you see that video with me releasing the results to my worm castings, which is super, it's really cool how the balance came out in that, which lets me know why my plants are doing so well with me feeding that worm tea to them. But when you see that video, that'll be the video that you need to enter if you want a free soil test kit. And hopefully I'll have that out in the next week or so. As you can see, I am not home. I am definitely close to 8A. Actually, I think I'm in 8A right now. I might be in 8A. Very far away from zone 7A at the moment. So, and that's pretty much it. If you have any specific questions other than what I just said, ask me, or when you see me drop my videos here in about 2-3 weeks when I get mine going, ask me. Now, when it comes to gardening, if you've been putting off starting your garden this season, the fall is probably going to be the best time for you to start it. And this is why. Because it allows you to build up your confidence. So far from what I've heard, fall is going to be the easiest season to bring some crops in for a beginner gardener. So what that allows you to do is really just enjoy growing your own food. You can grow your own food, build up your confidence, and if you're anything like me, you'll learn that you eat more fall vegetables than you do summer anyway. So it'll really work out on the long term. So you'll be able to build up that confidence, and you'll be like, yeah, I can garden. And that way when you get to the spring and everybody else starts coming out and eating your food and You got to deal with insects and whatnot. At least less blood pressure, 2 in the fall, exactly. So you're able to build up your confidence. So when it starts, when the spring comes and you have to start dealing with these bugs, you just don't give up because you've been able to experience the spoils of growing your own food, grow your own and eat your own. So as you can see, the people that are in here that already have gardens, they're agreeing with me saying that fall gardening is their favorite time. So what's going on, A? Appreciate you stopping in. So that I would recommend that if you are interested in gardening, get get you your first swing in, get you some reps in this fall to build your confidence up for the spring to come, for sure. And in most areas, this is the perfect time to get a whole bunch of garlic in the ground as well. And I don't know too many people that aren't fans of garlic. So yeah, have those greens ready for Thanksgiving. That's right. My collards are booming. I've been able to successfully keep my collards going throughout the entirety of this season because of that microclimate I set up in my backyard. And Lady Therapy, you know, she said since I've been gone, she was like, babe, when you get back, you know, I'm gonna help you a lot more. It sucks, no offense. He knows it sucks. He doesn't really care about his yard. So yeah, he doesn't really care about his yard. But as you can see all that straw over there, we're about to get us some garden work in here. Aiden, you know, that's what we're gonna do with this. He's not really worried about his grass, and to be honest, he's not here permanently, so even if I was here, the amount of land this is, I probably wouldn't worry about doing anything with it myself. I would focus on the garden. So that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna focus on something he can eat, and he's gonna use this grass that is around here on that pile over there so we can make him some compost. But to my point, I came here, right? And within 24, 48 hours, we found 3 yards of quality screened compost for $45. 3 yards. So with that 3 yards, we'll be able to set up 3 6x4 no dig raised garden beds. That's what we're doing. So I want to do no dig garden beds. So it's perfect for me with me wanting to do no dig garden beds for me to get a first rep in over here. What's up, Dino? Dino, I got to catch up on your videos, man. How is the compost bit coming along? His or mine? My compost is ready. Matter of fact, when I get back, I haven't really talked about it a lot in my videos, but if you paid attention in the corner over by my garage, I either had that trash can over there, and now I have a huge, I think it's like a 50-gallon grow bag that I moved. Hey, baby. That he said, catch you later. What you doing? About to go cut the grass? That's what I'm talking about. Lady Therapy cutting that grass for me today. But I got it over there, and now it's pretty much ready. Some things are still breaking down, but I'm showing you a cheat code with I bought, I think, like 2 or 3 bags on clearance, and I'm just gonna bring the rest of it full, and everything else that I've been composting throughout the season, throughout my spring, throughout the summer, and the very beginning, late summer, whatever, all that stuff will be on the bottom. So you'll see how people will say put hay for like the first 6 inches. I believe the bag itself is about 18 inches deep. So the compost that I've been making passively all season in my trash can is now going to pay dividends because I'm going to be able to fill this huge grow bag, and I'm really looking forward to doing a lot of garlic. Like, I want to plant so much garlic that I can go hopefully the majority of the summer without buying garlic. Make sure the height of cut is the same on each wheel. Don't disappoint. You heard him? Aiden called you out, babe. He said make sure the height of cut is the same on both wheels. Love collards and mustard greens after the first frost. Yep, so you got that going too. Now, I have things that are already planted. I have seedlings that are started again, and then I have things that are hardening off right now that Lady Therapy is actually going to go ahead and throw into the containers this weekend if she gets around to it. I don't know, but they can probably stay in their containers a little longer. So there's really no excuse for you to wait until the spring to start your garden unless you're in such a cold climate that you're starting so late that you can't get it going. I hear the municipalities are starting to provide quality compost as well. So yeah, that's actually where we're getting it from. Dino, All you gotta do, like, I go to the extension. Look, I came to his county. I went to his county's extension office website, and that's where I found all the information. So, like, 3 yards of compost or 3 yards of topsoil from Home Depot, that'd be like $200-300. You know what I mean? I'm getting these people to 40. Actually, the delivery fee is going to cost more than the daggone compost. The compost costs $45 for screen quality compost, and they're going to charge $65 to deliver it. So yeah, yep. At mine it's $20 per yard. So yeah, he's got it. He's got it good down here in North Carolina, because he's going to get 3 yards. So, and Led, I'm coming your way next. I'll be out your way in about a week or so. So, you know, I got some things I need to go by my parents' house and work on. So I'll do that, and I'll probably go live again when I'm over there to show you what I'm doing and give you a little sneak peek of what I'm doing over there. And then I'll be back home. So I should be back home by the first week in September. We'll see. Things change, right? Things change. Life happens. Change 3 times a day, every day around here. So I wanted to definitely, since I'm not going to video out tomorrow because I've been busy doing work since I've been here. Of course, that comes first. I'm not going to be able to do it. All right. Okay. I'll let you know. I'll shoot you an email when I'm in your neck of the woods. You know, I'm right there in Florence. Shameless plug. I have a video that goes into how to plant a fall garden. Okay. Yeah. Jay Binion. Y'all go check out Jay Binion. So the first step for outside of doing your soil testing, go to your extension office's website for your county and look at their grow calendar. It's really, I mean, it doesn't get any harder than that. Look at the grow calendar, see what you still have time for based off starting seedlings or going to find starts at a local nursery. Go get them, drop them in the ground, water it, walk away, and then keep your eyes on, you know, like Led said, don't make it complicated, don't overcomplicate it. But if you don't know what to grow, go to your local extension office's website or go follow gardeners in your grow zone and then just turn around, figure out what it is you like off that list, what you eat the most or what you're curious about growing, and then go from there. Since you guys are here, I'll let you know when I hit 2K, I got a giveaway coming up. I'm giving away some, Baker's Creek is throwing in some seeds. Baker's Creek, they agreed to donate some seeds. I don't know how many they're about to donate. I have to email them still, so Baker Creek will be sending out some seeds. I would imagine I'm gonna ask them. Hopefully I can maybe get information for you for your zone. So maybe we can send you seeds specific to your zone that you can actually use this season and you won't, you know, put away somewhere and say, well, I'll just start one in spring. No, I want you to plant those seeds this season, whomever wins them, if you're interested in gardening. And if you're not interested in gardening, pass it off to someone else, please. We'll be giving away some seeds and some other things. I won't give it away, but stay tuned. It's coming close because I'm right around the corner from 2K. Appreciate all the support. Nope, not me. It's Miss Craft. Miss Craft, I just subbed her earlier. Heard about you. Oh, so Miss Craft, you have the fall garden started? I didn't see that video. Heard about, I just subbed earlier this week. Heard about you from Lead Farmer. Heard about me from Lead Farmer? Jay Binion. I think I'm saying that right. Binon. No, I think it's Binion. Because, yeah, that makes more sense. Correct me if I'm sorry if I butchered up your name. But, yes, I wanted to make sure I came on and said hello to y'all. If you're not thinking about starting your fall garden, this is the time for, at the very least, Zone 7. I think the food is here. Malik, I think the food is here. The food. I think the food is here. Oh, okay. All right. Cool. Sorry about that, guys. So yeah, I got there's gnats flying around. You don't see them, but I do. But yeah, get your garden started this fall. This is the best time to do it. If you're interested, semi-interested, go ahead and build your confidence up. I'm going to show you how to do no-dig gardening out here. And it should be a good time. I'm looking forward to my brother. He's excited about it. I'm excited about it, that he wants to grow his own and eat his own. And then for your cool season grasses, you want to get your grass right this season, for the cool season, I highly encourage you to get your soil test done now. Get it done now, and hopefully I can get the soil video out quick so I can get you some free kits if you win them. What you miss over here? Nothing. I just been talking about some lawn and gardening. Now, if you're in the warm season climate, outside of Travis that I mentioned earlier from Budget Lawns, this dude has a phenomenal channel. He really breaks it down for you. Use all big box stores. I need you to check out my man B Davis. He's out in Texas. He is running St. Augustine and Bermuda, and he has vast amount of experience with Bahia grass. You can check his channel out. Another warm season grass channel that I really enjoy is Chips and Guac. He has a lot of very fundamental 101 videos out there, like how to measure your lawn to get you going and stuff like that. And then I'm a huge fan of the lawn tools as well. They usually follow their local universities calendar for their grow calendar for their season. So those are some good warm season guys to go check out if you're interested in getting your lawn right from a warm season perspective. Now, when I move, I will be running at the very least 2 different uniques. Oh yeah, and Lawn Shark. Yeah, you're here with the Bermuda grass. I'm sorry, Dino. I didn't mean to forget you. Dino has done some insane stuff this season. He has leveled. He has made a little fairway in the back. He's went from rotary, from a real mowing. There's a lot of great channels out there, guys. And most of them, when you see them pop up in here, if they're in here and they supporting me, I'm 9 times out of 10 support them too. I may hit 2K subs before your 1 year mark on YouTube. You know what, Aiden? I didn't even think about that. My 1 year mark on YouTube is the end of October. So yeah, I think you're right. That's crazy. The overwhelming response has been extremely positive. I appreciate all the support. I really do. It's extremely humble. 1950-ish now, that's where I'm at. Cool, so I only need 50 more. Aiden knows one of the gifts that I'm giving away because it's actually one of his buddies that he knows that these young kids out here, whenever you come across a young kid, I'm glad you just said that, Aiden. Whenever you come across these younger generations that are eager and they are motivated to do something on their own, another good, fine example of that is Princess Led, young adult. She's a young adult. She's not a young kid. She's a young adult. But she's stepping out. They're all stepping out on faith, trusting in whatever it is they believe in, whatever they're passionate about, and they're putting all of themselves into it. And if you can't support that, I'm not sure where your priorities are. I'll just say that at the least. Help our brother over the finish line. Help me over the finish line. I appreciate that. And Miss Craft and I got something real special coming up for y'all. Should we go ahead and release it now, Miss Craft? Should we make the announcement right now? I'll wait for you to respond before I tell him. But Miss Craft is a crafty person, you know. You definitely want to go and check her channel out. You've been on YouTube for 2 years, still not on 1K. The US YouTube scene is much bigger than, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, Americans, we like our social media. Y'all are too busy living your life in UK. That's the problem. You just living your life over there. Well, Miss Craft, let me know. Should we let them know? Give them the heads up? Give them the heads up what we cooking on? What we working up? You're gonna see some interesting collaborations. Yeah, you know about the prize. Of course you know about the prize. All good with you. Okay, so official announcement right now. I know Led will be happy to hear this if he's still in the building. But Miss Craft and I, we're gonna make some wine, y'all. Yeah. So if you're interested in making some DIY wine at home for a very affordable cost, that's what we'll be doing. We'll start, and this is actually a perfect time to get it going, but we'll probably release the first video to get you to get all your supplies around Labor Day weekend. That's when the first one will be released. And it's going to be a 3 or 4 part series. We've spoke about it. We've been chatting back and forth trying to figure out how we want to dial that in. and it's going to be a juice wine. So it's going to be the easiest way to do it and the cheapest way to do it. It's going to be a juice wine. So you're not going to go and get fruit or anything. You're just going to go and find your most delicious juice wine that you can think of. It needs to be all natural, no preservatives. Then Miss Craft is going to walk me through the supplies we need to get, and they're not going to be very expensive. Everyone should be able to afford to do this, and it's lasting, right? It's enduring. So it's not like you'll use this stuff one time and won't be able to use it ever again. But it's the easiest way for us all to be on the same page. Hey, lady, I didn't even see you done snuck in here. When I'm doing a pear wine for the first time this year. Lead Farmer gave me the idea. I'm starting this week. So you're doing a pear. Are you doing pear juice? So the first episode will roll out on, like I said, Labor Day weekend. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I'm gonna commit myself to that. So we'll have to get it done. And that first video is just going to tell you what the process is. Miss Craft, she's gonna walk us through what we'll be doing. A little bit of the geeky nerd things behind it. No ascorbic acid in the juice. Yeah, hey, Lady Lead. Gotta go, Mo. All right, Dino, thanks for popping in. Putting it on the calendar, right? Yeah, so we'll be filming our first version. So the first video is gonna tell you the science, kind of the geeky nerd behind it, because that's who she is, the geeky nerd gardener. Miss Craft, super crafty. She does a lot of hydroponics as well. She just does a little bit of everything, kind of like what I'm doing now. Everything is usually garden and lawn related still on her channel, but at the very least, it's still it's still new, it's fresh. It won't be the same thing every single time. So she has a really cool channel. She does not have enough subs that she does not have the subs that she deserves. Let's just put it that way. So you have over 100 pounds of pears. My goodness. Yeah, you're gonna want to go to Lead for that, or Miss Craft. You know, maybe you can send her an email if she has it listed on her channel, and you know, maybe she's willing to help you on the side or something. But we're gonna do juice. Hi, Garden of Eden, thanks for popping in. We're gonna do juice specifically, and if you can go find your well, that's her right there. So you just go to her channel, and if you can pull up your link and share it in here, I'll approve it, or one of my mods will approve it when you drop it in, because they'll probably flag it. But make sure you approve a link for her channel, please. But yeah, so maybe she can give you, because I'm starting at the basics. I don't know how to do it. I understand the process, but I've never done it, and I really want to do it in a way to where everyone would be able to do it across the globe, wherever you can just follow us along. It's going to be a 1.5 month process, but the way that we'll lay the videos out for you, we'll give you updates along the way. So it's going to be a 3 to 4 part series with me and Miss Craft. She'll have her versions on her channel. I have mine on my channel, but they'll all be synchronized and dropped relatively, if not on the same day, at the very least the same week as we move forward. So if you want to learn how to brew some homemade wine from juice specifically, get ready, because Miss Craft and I are going to do it. Yeah, I'm bringing you that this year. Additionally, I'll go ahead and let you in on one more. I got accepted to the master. What is her YouTube channel name? It's Miss Craft. She's in here. It's Miss Craft Small Space Gardening and More. Miss Craft's Small Space Gardening and More. Miss Craft, if you can share the link to your channel, that would be great. Mods, please approve it. But it's gonna be a good time. My great auntie has a family recipe. I've been wanting to learn, but haven't been home because of COVID. I know, it's COVID. It's real, it's out there, people. I'm going to do some cider for the kids and wine, and hard cider for the adults. The 100 pounds is, oh, okay, nice. That sounds good, man. If you bottle it up, you know, maybe I'll trade you some of mine if you're interested in that. But yeah, so what I was about to say. So I will be attending the Master Gardeners course this year. So what does that mean? That means that as I do this Master Gardeners course, I'm gonna take y'all along for the ride with me. So as yes, love the trade and barter. You know, that's the only way that really even is sustainable and is going to be lasting. That's my opinion. You know, just my opinion. Don't send them people after me. That's just, if you don't have a trader skill and you're not interested in learning it, well, I'd encourage you to to change your thought process on that. Unless you're just like a really smart person that will be able to thrive without any technology. Um, but yeah, we can do that for sure. All right, cool. Sounds like a deal. But as I go through the course, as I go through certain topics, I know I've been busy. I've been working, Clausen. Thanks for popping in. Another great gardener to go check out. She does some pretty cool stuff. She just made a basil pesto. If you never made basil pesto before, go check out Clausen World. I think it was her latest video, or maybe the second to last video that she did on it. But go check it out. Basil. I don't know too many people that don't like basil pesto, so um, she had a pretty cool way of doing something with all that basil that you got going on right now. So go check out and support. What's going on, Dan? So Dan is one of he's one of my favorite and unfavorite channels because Dan is out there growing a whole bunch of tropical stuff, guys, that I can't grow. And when I'm watching this man's channel, I love his channel. I love to see what he's growing, but all it does is make me mad. I'm like, man, I can't grow pineapples out here. And he's got papayas. I never even knew papayas looked like that coming up the tree. But Dan Permaculture Food Forest, if you're interested in learning about permaculture and how that works and you want to see him grow some exotic tropical trees and fruits and plants and whatnot, definitely go out there and check out Dan. Dan the man. Yes, sir. Dan. But so as I go along through the Master Gardener's course, when I hit something like woody plants, as I learn it, I'll go live and I'll say, hey, we're gonna talk about woody plants tonight. So it's gonna be a give and take, right? So because I'm gonna give you something, but to be honest, you'll be helping me solidify what I just learned. I don't know about you, but for me, if I really want to learn something, I read it, I do it if I can, and then I try to teach it to someone else. So I'm going to be relying on you guys to help me learn as much as possible through this course. And at the end, you know, you're essentially a master gardener too. You just didn't go to the course and you won't get the title, but you'll at least know what it's about. And if it interests you enough, maybe that will encourage you to reach out to your local extension office to hop in on their next class for the Master Gardener's course. So the whole idea of the Master Gardener's course is you will learn from your cooperatives, horticulturists, the local horticulturists, and you're getting a streamlined version of what they've spent their whole life learning. And it gives you a very solid foundation about gardening, the ins and outs about plant anatomy, well, at least the amount that you need to get going. And then you give back. And I'm all about giving back. I love selfless service. So you get to volunteer to, you know, like if a school is putting up a garden or something and they need some assistance, well, then your horticulturist may reach out to you and say, hey, I want you to go and, you know, help this school put together this little garden. Are you interested in that? And you say yes, then you go and do it. So it's a really cool avenue to be plugged in. And then imagine how many people I'm about to meet, you know, in my zone specifically. I'm about to meet that are growing different things, that have seeds for different things, or maybe they have plants that there are no seeds for that you must propagate, but it's relatively rare, like the basil, what is it, like the African blue basil? Nadine from Farm Stories, she was asking me if I had the African, I think it's the African blue basil, which is extremely tolerant to a whole bunch of diseases, but it doesn't give you seeds, so you have to propagate it. But it attracts pollinators and you can still eat the leaves just fine. Well, that's not an easy plant to find, but going through this horticulturist class, I might meet other people that have those types of things. So building that network, learning from people that have been doing it longer than me or even shorter than me that have figured something out that I haven't yet figured out, it's the perfect opportunity to continue to build that network and gain that knowledge. So I gave you away some pretty big things that I've been working on lately that will be coming this season. We got wine coming up with Miss Craft. I got some stuff that I'll be knocking out at my parents' house. And I'll show you when I get there. I won't tell you yet. It's gonna be cool. Now I'm at my brother's house. We're gonna be setting up a raised garden bed here at his house. And Miss Craft and I will be doing some wine. I got a few more canning videos that's coming out. The one that I was gonna release this weekend was gonna be me pressure canning patty pan squash, but like I said, I'm exhausted, man. I've been doing 14-hour days for the past 6 days. So I was in there. I was trying to edit, and I wasn't into it. I couldn't do it, so I was like, you know, I'm gonna just go live and talk to the people. Hey there, first time catching you live. Welcome, Rachel. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the live. We were just talking about so for the people that just came in, I'll recap real quick. If you are starting to do your lawn for the first time this year or your garden, the first place that you should start is soil testing. If you are dropping your plants in the ground, like in a ground like this, you want to get your soil tested, mainly because you know nothing about your soil profile, whether or not you built it up. So you need to do that. That is the first step. The next step is plugging in with your extension office. And that goes for lawn and gardening. There's going to be a CAA there, which is certified agriculture agent, is which I think that stands for. That person's probably going to be more knowledgeable on your grass types for your area. And once you get that soil test back, whether it's through a mail-in service like My Soil, or whether it's straight through, to hold your hand and walk the dog. That's all. I have not been doing this very long, guys. Actually, I've been doing lawn care for a little over a year. Like seriously, a little over. It sounds like you're doing nap. I am. I am. Now, I've been doing lawn care a little over a year because I started last year spring. And then gardening, this is my first season. I know a lot of people come to my channel and they see what I'm growing and they walk by my house and they think, oh, you've been gardening since forever. No, I have not. I'm a lead farmer. I watched the video. I don't even think I watched the video. I called it live. And in his live, he was like, stop making excuses about why you going to wait to start your garden. I'm tired of it. He went and set up a little 6x6 space, or I don't even think it was that big. Just a little tiny space of a little patio garden to show you, give you an idea of where to start. And, you know, we woke up and I was like, let's do it. We had this front room that we weren't really doing anything with. We were going back and forth about it being an art studio and an office and this and that, or maybe a dining room. And then we were just like, you know what, let's just turn that into our little indoor garden grow room that transition to start my seedlings and then bring them outside. So that's what we did. So this is my first year doing gardening. And really, this was my first full year of doing it's lawn and popping, another warm season grass. He cuts low. He cuts low with an Allet mower. He's out in Georgia, and I believe he has Bermuda Sag from It's Lawn and Popping. Another good YouTube channel. 4x4 space, that's what it was. A little 4x4 space. Awesome. He planted the mental seed. He did. He planted that mental seed, and I went off and I did it. And then on top of all of that, I went back to a video. I was like, hey man, I told him, I just commented, I was like, hey, I started that garden just like you said. And it's doing good. And you know, I'm coming out of spring. And he said, make a video and send it to me so we can show the world. And I was like, okay. So I think about a month went by, everything got established. I got my boxes up and I recorded the video. I sent him one. Well, I recorded 2 videos. I recorded one specifically for him. It wasn't very long, for him and Lady Led. And then I made my official video for the channel and I sent it to him. And then he did exactly what he said he was going to do. He made sure that the world found out about it. So that was awesome. My garden and lawn are where they are today because of you and Led. No lie. Sweet. That's what I'm talking, man. That right there helps me when I'm tired and when I don't want to go no more, or I want to take a break and be lazy. That gives me the motivation to keep pushing for sure. That's great, man. I'm glad that you're getting your garden going. I'm glad that my brother's about to get his gardening going. I'm glad that my parents are using the resources that are in their yard for the first time in a while. People in my neighborhood, on my blocks, they're interested. Like, so my neighbor, you know, my side plot. So I got new neighbors. So that crucial line of inspiration that I have, we're gonna call a line of inspiration. I'm gonna inspire you to get your lawn right. And my line of inspiration that I have made on that side plot, my new neighbors, they're like, no, you're gonna have to help us fix this. So they want to fix their lawn. My neighbor across the street wants to fix his lawn. So it's funny, you plant that seed and you start doing a little bit of this, a little bit of that. You have no idea who you may inspire. So, and Marcus, he's in the building. There you go, my man from across the street. So That's Marcus Flew, the infamous. Oh, not infamous. That's the improv. I'll always misuse that word, but my cameraman, really good cameraman, really good neighbor. Um, I guess I inspired him to take care of his lawn. And his lawn looks great. And what's cool about his lawn is he doesn't do over the top stuff. And when I finally bring him on, you'll see, and he'll tell you himself. He'll be in the video, and he'll tell you that he's just pretty much been mowing, and feeding his lawn. He hasn't gone over the top, and you can see what that looks like just by doing basic feedings a year and mowing your lawn properly. That's it, minimal. He has been doing minimal effort, and his lawn looks amazing. Matter of fact, depending on the time of the year, because of how the sun comes and goes his front, time to time, it looks a little better than mine. I'm not gonna lie. He already knew that though, but it looks a little better than mine a couple times of the year, no problem. So yeah, you'll see his lawn. We'll go back to Say's. It's been a long time since we've been over there, but we'll go back to Say's. He dealt with some heat stress, but we knew he was going to deal with some heat stress, and we saw that he was going to deal with some heat stress. But he's been doing his job, which is continuously making sure that 1.5 inches gets down each week. So as I get back home, we're going to reseed, we're going to overseed, and you're going to see his lawn already looked better than when it did when we first got there last year in the fall. Wait to see what it's gonna look like by October. When we get to Halloween, the inspiration is gonna be real on his block. Like his neighbors, they were already noticing, but wait, it's gonna be insane. So I think that's pretty much it, unless anyone has some specific questions that may have came in a little late. I had someone ask me about their, I'll say this. I had this subscriber, she messaged me about her cucumber plant, and the cucumber plant was fading off. It, was struggling. It wasn't producing as much as she liked it to. And I'll say this to say, sometimes you didn't do anything wrong. Sometimes the plant just it didn't have enough of whatever. You didn't really do anything wrong to mess that plant up. Just sometimes it just shakes out like that, So don't be afraid to drop more seeds. It's okay. Don't consider it a failure. Just remember what you saw when it was going south and drop more seeds, especially if you're in the window of dropping more seeds. You drop a seed, you're committed. That's my thing. That's what I say. You drop a seed, you committed. So you get out there, you drop you a seed, you get you some seeds started, and the better half of you is going to want to keep running. You cooking them oxtails this week and collards and beet tops? That's what I'm talking. So I gave Marcus some beet tops for the first time, and that blew his mind. He was like, man, this was good. Like, yeah, they're good. So I gave him some collards and some beet tops out of the garden, and he cooks these oxtails. I've never had anyone cook oxtails like this before, but he smokes them. They are so good. Them oxtails are so good smoked. I never had smoked oxtails before, and I haven't even tried to do it because he does his so well. When somebody does something so well, you don't even want to try to do it because you'd be disappointed. That's how those oxtails are. They're real good. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Smoked oxtails. See, I never had them before until he brought them over, and I smoked a lot of meats. And Led called me out the other day, so we will be doing some smoking sessions. Now, I'm glad that came up. There's 2 different types of smoking, right? So I smoke meats. So there's smoking meats to preserve, and then there's smoking meats to enhance them with the smoke flavor to then eat. We will do both. We will talk about both, and really it's just a difference in the temperature. That's it. Just like, I guess in a way, what's a good example? It's like dry aging your meats. When you're aging your meats, you want to introduce a rotting process. When you're aging your meats, you're kind of doing the same thing when you're smoking the meats. You're not encouraging a rotting process, but at the same time, you're not really trying to cook it. You just want to get it to a state to where it's stable and that you're not going to allow things to proliferate as far as bad diseases and bacterias and stuff, those are huge differences. So we're gonna do that as well. Give me time though. I gotta get back home first, get grounded. I gotta see what all I've lost since I've been gone. I know the wife is doing her best out there. She's out there cutting the grass right now. She's doing her best. But one thing that she's learned since I've been gone is how much I do on a daily basis. And she usually comes home and she gets out of her work clothes and gets settled for the day or prepares for the next day. And if she has time, she'll come out there with me. Me being completely out of pocket, she realized how many little I'm out there every day because I'm doing a little bit of this and a little bit of that every day, and I enjoy it. So each day, there'll be some times I won't even go in the house. I'll come out, I'll take my top off, and then I'll go straight in the garden. And I'll just go start looking and checking on stuff, especially if I had a real bad day. My first stop is the garden. Let me go look at some stuff real quick to get my mind off of what just took place or what I'm upset or frustrated about. And then I will, shift back, go inside, clean up. But that's it. That's all I got, peeps. Unless you got some questions for me, I don't have anything else for you. I apologize. I will not release a video tomorrow, but I tell you what, I most likely will go live again, and we can just hang out for a little while. Go, about the same amount of time, about an hour, and we can chit chat. Maybe we can dive a little bit more into smoking. I'm excited about the wine, though, to be honest. Like I said, Miss Craft, take it out on the weeds, bro. Right? Yeah. I don't have a lot of weeds, believe it or not, because I do a lot of stuff in containers. So, well, everything is in containers because I can't put anything in the ground where I'm at. So I don't deal with a lot of weeds. When I move to my new location, what you see me set up here for my brother, the way we do this no-dig garden, I will most likely be doing the same thing. We made a whole tropical forest around the habitat from plants people throw away, the entire neighborhood changed. Wow, see, that's what I'm talking about. Go and get some rest, thank you. Take it out on the weeds, yeah. So I'm about to, Robert, what is the 511 used for? Fertilize my Meyer lemon tree has brown hard spots on the fruit. Help. Now, brown hard spots on the fruit sounds like blossom end rot, but lead might still be in here. He could correct me if I'm wrong. You probably need a bit more phosphorus, but hopefully he's in here and he heard that and maybe he can chime in. 511 is a awesome fertilizer, especially when you're growing in containers and you have pre-mixed fertilizer that's already balanced. Now, you can't start something and then stop. We need that Sunday fix. I'm gonna give you the Sunday fix. I'm gonna go live. But real quick before I get off, 511 is great when it's especially good for like leafy vegetables, right? And they were really good for my beets. For the most of the time when I was growing my beets that you saw, I used majority 511, but there's a caveat to that. When you're doing root vegetables or vegetables that depend on blooms, you're gonna wanna make sure that you have adequate amount of phosphorus. Now, how you do that, how you get that phosphorus and how you get that potassium, you can use, people make up their liquid stenches, as Aunt Linda, the New Orleans gardener. If you want to see the different things 511 can do, you go to check out my Aunt Linda at the New Orleans garden. That's 511 Queen, 511 lady. You can use it on those things, but keep in mind, if your soil is super deficient in phosphorus and potassium, some of those vegetables are not going to perform well. So 511, 511, the first number 5, that equates to the nitrogen. And then the second number, P, that's your phosphorus. The third number, K, that's your potassium. So if you are deficient in potassium and phosphorus, 511 may not be the best option for you based off what kind of crop you're growing, if that makes sense. So 511, I'll start from the beginning, can and you should use it on everything. I do, but keep in mind, with the plants that you're using them on, if your soil doesn't have adequate amount of bone meal in it, which is phosphorus, or a potassium amendment, then those root vegetables that rely on those other two properties, potassium and phosphorus, they may not perform as well as you want them to. Now, maybe lead is still driving or something, or maybe I was right about the brown hard spot on your fruit, on your Meyer lemon But it sounds like a form of a phosphorus deficiency to me. I could be wrong. I'm not the citrus man. Lead Farmer is the citrus man. I'm just thinking of, what makes sense. You might need some more potassium and phosphorus in your life. And that's an easy fix. It's not like you can literally just get you some bone meal, put it on top, scrape it in, and then continue to use 511 if you want to. It's not a big deal. My worm castings is low nitrogen, but extremely high in potassium and phosphorus. And I'll show you exactly what that looks like when I make that video. Really cool. Really cool though. But if there's no other questions, I'm gonna go ahead and take off. Give me a napping, because your boy is tired. Your boy is tired. And I appreciate y'all popping in and hanging with me for a little bit. I hope that answers your question. Could be a pest causing the spots too. Yeah, could be. It could be a lot of things, man. Use bone meal and worm castings. When you use citrus and avocado fertilizer on all your trees. Yep. But you use citrus and avocado fertilizer. Oh, so it's a special blend specifically for citrus and avocado. So I think the citrus blends are usually something like a 648 or something like that. I believe so. There's something, I know that there's a nice amount of phosphorus and potassium, but that's not to say that the 511 isn't still good. Yes, you can use it on apples, etc. Right. So, and there's plenty of options. You just go to your big box store and you can use that cheat code and just pick that. And those are slow release fertilizers, so you'll just get them and work them in the soil, and you'll be good to go. I hope that answered your question, whomever that was that asked. Roses for me. Yeah. Oh, I haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Roses for me. So I think that might be your issue. Another thing that you could do though, I know y'all probably hearing me say it, because Led is a very busy man nowadays. You can see a lawn which could use your help in the background. That's gonna be a garden. That's gonna be a garden. I'm at Malik's house, Marcus. That's gonna be a garden. He's not here long enough to really worry about this. 646. Okay, 646. I got the middle number right, and the last number was off. I said 648, right? Yeah, so 646, that's gonna be more so for what you like. I'll get some 511 from Home Depot. I also put homemade banana water. See, yeah, the banana water, that's gonna get you your potassium. And then you still want to make sure you get you some phosphorus. So if you're going to do your own banana water for your potassium, which is good, maybe look into picking up a small bag of bone meal. Small bag of bone meal to get you some phosphorus in there. And then also take pictures, email the horticulturist at your local extension office. Take pictures, explain to her what's going on, or him what's going on, send it to them. They might can help you, especially for your area. There might be something specific in your area, specific to citrus trees in your area, that your horticulturist will know. Yeah, phosphorus is good for your flower, buds, and fruit development. Also, your root development as well. So, once you know how to use these different things and when to use them appropriately, that'll really dial you in and have you where you need to be. Yeah. Yeah. So, not complicated. Matter of fact, when I left home, my Meyer lemon that I got from Stark Bros. It had a couple fruit on it. I wonder if they stayed. Got it. Cool. All right, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. These mosquitoes starting to bite me. They want my sweet blood. Eat some food. I'm gonna go to sleep. Any alibis? Once again, thanks for hanging in there. Giveaways coming soon. We're giving away some Baker Creek seeds. We're giving away some soil test kits. I don't know what else. We had a question about brown spots on lemons. Lead. Yeah, is Lead still in here? Yeah, he's here. Okay, yeah, Lead. So, Roses for me, she had brown spots on her lemon fruit. She had a brown spot on her lemon fruit. I said to her that sounds like some sort of maybe blossom end rot or phosphorus deficiency. I'm not sure though. You the citrus king out here. That was just me coming off the top based off what I know and what I've learned this past season. But I told her to ask you, or if that sounded about right. I know it could be a lot of things, like Miss Craft came in and she said, you know, it could be bugs or something. I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't had that issue with my lemon tree yet. For mosquitoes, skin so soft, they hate this. You know what? I used to smell like skin so soft 24/7. You remember when the everybody was selling the skin so soft, specifically in the South, during the summer, there'd be people driving around selling like batches, the Avon, right? Yeah, they was selling, everyone was selling skin so soft. And then skin so soft smelled good to me, but the mosquitoes didn't like it. Um, and of course, I'm not home, so. And my brother, he said he didn't deal with mosquitoes until I got here. So I guess I just attract mosquitoes where I go. It just goes down like that. But yeah, skin so soft, I don't have any right now. But that was, I remember those days. I think Mary Kay was booming back then too. Mary Kay products, people were selling, they were associates for Mary Kay products, and the Avon selling the skin so soft. I don't even think I've seen that in the store. You know, I don't even know where you get it. You probably get it off Amazon for sure. Oh, and I'll give you one more. Now I'm doing the lead thing, right? Doing the lead thing. I'm be gone and then I'm not gone. Um, I got a 941, y'all. That All American 941. I got one. Thanks to Led, I got one. He gave me the heads up when one came available, so I snatched one. I didn't pay no crazy. I didn't pay a crazy price for it. I paid the price that you would normally pay, plus the shipping, and I got it. It's at the house right now. Yeah, Miss Cheryl has a nice little concoction elixir that she made for mosquito, the spraying, taking care of those mosquitoes. So inspiration and motivation. I love your community's involvement. I appreciate that, Marcus. Yeah, we're gonna call that a line of inspiration from here on out. That's what I'm saying in my videos from here on. I just came up with that on the fly. Line of inspiration. I want to inspire you to take care of your lawn. So that line of inspiration I used to have on that side, it won't be there anymore because we're about to take care of the other side as well. Yeah, it's cool. By the time I leave, I hope the whole block gets inspired. All right, line of inspiration. Yeah, I like it. In Georgia Lodge, they also had a question of concern about my avocados. Shoot it. I don't know anything about avocados, but you know, throw it out there. Maybe I know enough about something else that may be able to help you, like with the Meyer lemon that Roses for Me was asking about. I think Led is still driving, y'all. He's slow with the trigger today. I think he's still driving, and maybe he just got to the house and he's getting settled. But Roses for Me, you know, Led will help you. You hop in one in the next time he goes live, or send him an email, and he'll help you for sure. And like I said, take pictures, email your local horticulturist. They'll help you as well. You got to use all the resources available. You can't just rely on one person because we got lives too. It's just the reality of it. Sometimes life comes up and you get busy. You know, and you got to take care of that. So, yeah. What's the avocado question though? I think Lady Cheryl, if she's still in here, I'm pretty sure she grows avocados. I think she has an avocado plant, and she might be able to help you with the question. So throw it out there, because anyone in here might go on live about citrus now. Boom, there you go. So Led about to go live about citrus now. There you go, Roses for Me. You get your answer real soon. What else we got, people? That's it? Okay. Well, thanks for hanging out with me. Since Led about to go live, I guess I'll go tune into him and watch him a little bit before I slip in this bed and then give me some rest. It's much needed. Like I said, apology about the video this Sunday. Just time got away from me. I'm not going to be able to get one out. One is turning yellow. One is turning yellow. Yeah, so what you should do, Rachel Evans Dixon, is go to Lady Cheryl. I'm not sure if she does avocados. I want to say she does, but if she doesn't, go to Garden Love. Diana from Garden Love. I know for a fact she does avocados, and ask her. She'll be able to take care of you. Yellowing, it could be too much water. It could be not enough water. And is it in the container? Is it not? It's just too wide. It's just way too wide. Yellow means a lot of different things. It could be a nitrogen deficiency. Who knows? But I've never dealt with the avocados. Those are the things I'm rambling off my head. Go check in with Lady Cheryl or Diana Love Notes. I think Dan does avocados too. Dan, are you still in here, Dan? Lad home now. He's home now. Are you still in here, Dan? Because I'm pretty sure Dan does avocado. I know he does papaya. I know Diane does. Diana is the only one I'm positive that has avocado. I know Lady Led started in avocado. Boom. So you got it. There you go. There you go. There's your answer. Lad said you got it. Dan does avocados. Boom. So check out Dan. Dan does avocados. I think Lady Cheryl does avocados. I know Diana does avocados. And Lady Led is starting her venture with avocados. But she's so early in the game, I don't think she can help you right now herself. So, yeah, Garden Love, Cheryl's Organic Food Forest, Dan's Permaculture. Those are the people you want to go see, for sure. They'll take care of you with the avocado plant. But all right, I done pulled the lead about 3 times now, so I'm about to go, y'all. Appreciate y'all checking in and hanging in with me. Start your garden now. Started this fall. Get your confidence up. Use this time to get your confidence up. This is the time where even if you're busy, they could probably take a little neglect because they don't need a whole bunch of watering. They don't need a whole bunch of looking over them all the time for pests and insects. Build you some confidence. Get you some collards for Thanksgiving. You know, if you're gonna cook up some collards, build you some collards and keep a lookout for me and Miss Craft showing you how to do some DIY at home juice wine. Do you some juice wine with me. Be prepared for that. That video will be out Labor Day weekend, right? That's when we'll release it. The first installment. Then we will also be doing, you're gonna learn to be a master gardener with me. I'm going live, he's going live right now. Okay, so he about to go live right now about this citrus, this specific. Led goes live and he's gonna talk about this. Let's learn about some citrus. Let's leave here and go to Led Farmer 73 and learn something about some citrus, all right? I'll talk to y'all later. I love you. Stay inspired. Throw something in the ground. Grow your own. Eat your own. Take care of your lawn. All of that. Yeah? Peace.